Every time we talk about Keegan Murray, because you predicted that the Kings were going to select him fourth, and you were very high on him. Right now, he's in the running for, if not the front runner for Summer League MVP. From what you've seen in Vegas, certainly it looks like the Kings nailed it. Do you agree?
I totally agree, Chris. I watched him in college and saw that he was consistent on both ends of the floor with his numbers and his how he shot the basketball. He high percentage shooter, didn't take bad shots, saw him get some buckets off the dribble. Can it translate? Saw the first game he played, saw the second game he played. It keeps translating. And then I'm seeing more and more from Keegan. He's comfortable handling the basketball with smaller guys on him. Playing in the Big Ten, he usually had the big fours or big fives. I thought he definitely had an advantage. But now in Summer League, I'm seeing him being able to handle smaller guys, guard him, get up under him, and he's still comfortable, and he still goes out and shoots a high percentage.
Yeah, of course he's going to be a consensus on the top players from Summer League. Smitty, who do you have as guys who have impressed as your 5 favorites so far in Summer League? Not necessarily the best players, how their career is going to go, but what they've done in Summer League.
Well, I think Paolo Banchero was unbelievable, as you can see before they shut him down. Chet Holmgren early, had flashes. I think we talked about Keegan Murray. For me, he's been the best because Paolo hasn't played any minutes, as far as enough games. But then Jabari Smith has been consistent, hasn't lit it up like some of the other guys. And then Cam Thomas, he shoots that ball, leading the Summer League in scoring again, has a chance to be back-to-back MVPs. And I would have Jordan Ivey up there, but he's not playing because of injury. He started off extremely well, but there's so many others have played extremely well. I thought we had a treat to get a chance to watch all those young guys compete in Vegas.
Yeah, and one of the guys that obviously their numbers are not going to stack up to some of the guys, just James Wiseman. We had his game. Remember, he's played just 39 games in his first 2 years as a pro, only played 3 games in college. But his return after missing an entire year, Smitty, thinking about him joining the defending champs, maybe one of the most impactful Summer League minutes.
I think we both had that game. We both were looking at each other and saying, they just won a championship. And so basically this is their draft pick. I mean, even though he's been there, they get a chance to draft him. And then the way Kuminga played that game we had and continue to play, it's a treat to see the evolution of James Wiseman. If you look at the Golden State Warriors, my only Achilles heels, I said, if they don't win it, they're lacking big. It was Looney and Draymond and didn't really have a backup. But now they have James Wiseman. He shot a 3 the game we had. He had a mid-range. He had a couple block shots. He had a lob. He played impressive minutes. I know they were limited, but impressive minutes for both of us. We were calling this game.
Yeah, and certainly there wasn't someone that was getting him the ball in the right places, and he was still figuring out how to have an impact on the game. You mentioned Jaden Ivey for the Pistons, and I kind of had him on my list of like,
how's your list? Let me see your list.
There it is. As far as guys that I was impressed by. Maybe I wasn't expecting. For instance, Mac McClung, you and I had him, and I was like, hey, Smitty, what do you think? You think he can have a shot in the league? But I mentioned Ivey because of what that could do for the Pistons before he hurt his ankle.
Yeah.
If he's able to come out there with Cade Cunningham, look at the speed, the activity. It seems like this could be the thing that makes the Pistons a team that we start paying attention to when we start to talk about, okay, play-in situation, postseason, if he's healthy all year.
I mean, his speed was second to none before he got hurt. I mean, I'm starting to watch him and all the buzz, text messaging. Some people have been around the league. They're asking up close, did you get a chance to see him? I did go to one of his games before, the game before he got hurt, saw a couple minutes of him. I saw him in college play against, obviously, the Big Ten. His speed is something that is elite for even NBA level. But then I think also his commitment just to compete and the way he was playing before he got injured. Chris, I'm glad you had him on your top 5. I had him on mine. I just didn't see enough of him. But he is definitely a guy that could win Rookie of the Year as well.
Who do you think will have the best opportunity to win Rookie of the Year? Because like we saw this year with Scotty Barnes, he had an opportunity to play more, have the ball in his hands. Evan Mobley was great in Cleveland, but it's about winning, it's about opportunity, and putting up the numbers.
I think Paolo will probably have the better numbers. The one good thing, which would be hard for us, Chris, talking about it all year, usually it goes to a guy that's having great numbers and they're winning. I don't know if any of these teams with these top rookies will be in the playoffs. They might be hovering around some play-ins. So I think it usually goes on the guy who has the better record and the numbers. And so I think I'm going to lean on Paolo because of all the draft picks they've had before. I think it's time for Orlando to turn that page.